Justice and the law, they don't always go hand in hand. Sometimes you need an advocate to help you manage the process and bring about the decision you deserve. Alexa Lee has more.
Tim Misny has been representing families all over Northeast Ohio in some of the toughest cases involving children, involving infants for over 39 years. And it takes a very special person to do that. And I'm sitting with that special person right now in his home. Tim, thank you so much for having me.
You should have given me a little notice as opposed to just barging in. I wasn't expecting anybody.
I was in the
Luckily,
neighborhood.
I was sitting here in my sport coat. It just worked out.
Well,
How are you doing?
Listen, I'm doing great. This
Good.
place is lovely.
Thank you.
And I'm just happy to be here talking with you.
Thanks.
You really are a hero to so many families in Northeast Ohio. And I mentioned you've worked with some really tough, heart-wrenching cases.
Brutal.
What do you even say when you walk in and you see a family?
Boy, Alexa, that's a great question. When I first meet the family, initially I talk to them as Tim Misny, the dad and the father. I say, I can't imagine your pain. My heart bleeds for you. I don't know how you find or where you find the strength to put your socks on in the morning.
Right.
Then I talk to them as Tim Misny, the personal injury lawyer, and I say, you know what we need to do here? We need to hold people accountable for two reasons. Alexa, the first reason is so hopefully the tragedy that befell that family will never happen again.
Right.
And secondly, to get that family the kind of money so they could live as normal of a life as possible.
Mm-hmm. How did you not take that home with you? I mean, you have three beautiful children who get along so well, by the way.
I have a picture to prove that they were actually getting along for 7.5 seconds. So no one can say your kids never get along. Oh yeah, look at that picture, right?
No, it's
we have documentation they got along. Yes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, how do you go home and you see your children who are healthy? Right. I mean, thank God. Right. But I just wonder how that has been on you over 39 years.
That's a great question. It has a profound effect. What comes to mind is a story. I was contacted by a family whose son went in the hospital for a simple surgical procedure. Mm-hmm. But the doctor never bothered to go to the training to learn how to operate this device. And consequently, he went so far off the mark that he cut an artery and the child bled out and suffered a severe permanent brain injury. Now, when the family called me in to meet with them, I walked into the little boy's hospital room. It was packed with relatives, and I looked at the boy, and it was shocking to me because he was my son's exact age, and he was laying in bed wearing the exact same Spider-Man t-shirt that my son wears, hooked up to his life support. Mm-hmm. So initially I thought, but for the grace of God, that could be my son.
Mm-hmm. I think that, you talk about the impact you're making on that family, but also things that you're stopping from happening in the future and stopping these horrible events.
Right. We are so fortunate to have the benefit of some world-class healthcare centers, but occasionally someone drops the ball. And those can be avoided. And that's the real tragedy. Sometimes in life things happen that we have no control over, so be it, an act of God. But when a simple procedure should be taken and it's not, and something horrible happens, that's when we have to make changes.
Do you have any advice for people who maybe had something tragic like this happen recently, or maybe they know someone going through it?
I think we could all agree that being a mom is the toughest job in the whole world. And that job gets a whole lot tougher when that baby is a victim of a birth injury. And so mom's gut instincts, mom knows best. And in our household, Stephanie knows best, and believe me, she does. I'm not just saying that. She knows best. So, if a mom feels that something is not right, they need to call me, because there's a 1-year statute of limitations in medical malpractice cases, and typically what we do is we get all the medical records together, review them, and then we're in a position to advise the family which way to go.
Mm-hmm. I think when something that tragic and that dear to your heart, when something like that happens, you want the best, and you want every ounce of hope that you can get out of the situation. And I think that's what you provide for the families here. So thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
Great
having you. I want a tour now.
And please come back soon.
Okay, I'm going to try.
But give me a call. Let me know. Just don't walk in. Come on.
I'll try.
Thank you.
I'll try next time.
This segment of It's About You was sponsored by the law offices of Tim Misny.
Here at Leaf